I'm always frustrated by this notion that you cannot be creative in small spaces. And I have to say, after looking at what you guys have brought and talking about and seeing this level of creativity, I think it's even more preposterous. I mean, isn't the truth that you can be more creative on these small screens? You get a higher share of voice of the screen, 100%, like you do in television. You know much more about the user themselves, and you can use the technology of these devices. I shouldn't have asked a yes or no question.
Well, I think you have to think about all the features that a phone offers. You've got the accelerometer inside the phone. I probably know which way you're facing. I probably know where you are. I know what device you're on. And I might know other things about you depending on the ad technology I'm using to target you, and take all of that into account. And then I can touch and engage with the story you want to tell me. And I think you put all that together, you have really great opportunities. You just have to be smart about making sure that it's contextually relevant to the story you want to tell and to what the consumer in their moment of need.
So I'm coming back to this notion of mobile first or idea first. Richard, you have the longest title of the group, but that also means that you have at your fingertips the broadest capabilities from technologically and creatively. When a brief comes into you, what comes first?
Yeah, I think you have to really think about the strategy first. I know a lot of work that we're doing these days is mobile first, but that's also in response to consumer behavior. Consumers they're moving to mobile. If you look at just all the numbers, some of these services that currently exist, like Pandora, Twitter, Facebook, consumers will go to those services first on their mobile devices. So I think as an advertiser, you want to reach your consumer where they are spending the majority of their time, right? So when we get a brief in, we think about what is the strategy in terms of delivering on the brief, and in some cases, the actual creative implementation of that strategy will start with mobile. In some cases, it's mobile that's part of a larger social campaign. In some cases, it might be mobile that ties back into a desktop experience or ties back into retail. But yeah, I would say yes, a lot of stuff is becoming mobile first, but there are still some instances where we'll get a brief and the response to the brief makes more sense as a desktop-only implementation. But I think increasingly we are seeing more mobile-first solutions.
So we've seen, so we've heard from three experts who brought us ads, who brought us branded apps, and who brought us fantastic creative technologies. In each case, to me, it wasn't mobile first, it wasn't idea first, but it's both at the same time. What I've definitely taken away from this is that there's no need to be afraid of small screens. In fact, they offer greater creative opportunities.